Welcome, aspiring pharmacology professors. If you're gearing up for an interview in this exciting field, you're in the right place. Let's dive into some key questions you'll likely encounter, starting with how you adapt to meet diverse learning needs. Can you share an experience where you had to change your teaching style to better suit students with different learning preferences? Interviewers ask this to understand how adaptable you are as an educator and how you cater to various learning needs in your classroom. Here are some tips to help you craft your response. Identify specific learning preferences you've encountered, like visual or auditory. Describe how you adjusted your teaching methods to accommodate these preferences. Provide examples of new materials or techniques you implemented. Share the positive results that came from your changes. Reflect on the lessons you learned during this process. Now, let's look at an example answer to see how you might structure your response.
In my introductory pharmacology class, I noticed some students were struggling with auditory lectures. To support visual learners, I began incorporating more diagrams and charts into my presentations and created video summaries for key concepts. This shift led to increased student engagement and a noticeable improvement in exam scores.
By the way, we're only covering a handful of questions in this video, but I've prepared a free PDF with all 30 top interview questions for Pharmacology Professor. It also includes example answers and tips to help you prepare with confidence. The download link is just below. Could you describe a research project you've led and how you ensured its successful completion? This question helps interviewers gauge your leadership abilities and your effectiveness in managing research projects to achieve desired outcomes. Consider these points when formulating your answer. Choose a research project with clear goals. Explain your role and the leadership responsibilities you undertook. Discuss the strategies you employed to plan and execute the project. Mention any challenges you encountered and how you resolved them. Highlight the project's results and its impact on your field. Here's an example answer to give you a better idea of how to frame your response.
In my recent project on drug delivery systems, I led a team of 5 researchers. My role involved planning the experiment and guiding the team through each phase. We faced challenges sourcing materials, but I built strong relationships with suppliers to ensure timely deliveries. The project concluded successfully, resulting in a published paper and securing a grant for further research.
Tell me about a time when you worked with colleagues from different disciplines to enhance a course or curriculum. This question evaluates your teamwork skills and how effectively you collaborate with others to improve educational outcomes. Here are some key points to help you prepare your answer. Choose a specific project or initiative you were involved in. Highlight the different disciplines and their contributions. Explain the purpose of the collaboration and what it achieved. Mention any challenges faced and how you overcame them. Reflect on what you learned and how the experience benefited the course. Let's take a look at an example answer.
In my previous role, I collaborated with faculty from the biology and chemistry departments to redesign our pharmacology curriculum. Our aim was to integrate more hands-on laboratory experiences. While we faced scheduling challenges, regular meetings helped us stay aligned. This resulted in increased student engagement and positive feedback on the new lab modules.
Imagine you notice a significant drop in student engagement during lectures. What steps would you take to address this? This question is designed to assess your problem-solving skills and your ability to enhance student engagement in your teaching. Consider these strategies when preparing your response. Analyze student feedback to pinpoint specific issues causing disengagement. Incorporate active learning techniques to make lectures more interactive. Use varied teaching methods such as discussions, group work, and multimedia. Offer additional support through office hours to foster a more engaging environment. Set clear learning objectives and relate topics to real-world applications. Here's an example answer to illustrate how you might approach this situation.
I would first gather feedback from students to identify any specific concerns. Then, I'd enhance engagement by integrating interactive elements like group discussions and case studies into my lectures.
You've discovered a student has plagiarized part of a research paper. How would you handle this situation? This question assesses your approach to dealing with ethical issues and maintaining academic integrity. Here's how you might approach this scenario. Assess the extent of the plagiarism. Consult the university's academic integrity policy. Speak with the student privately to discuss the findings. Help the student understand the importance of originality. Follow necessary actions as per policy. Let's explore an example of how you might respond.
I would first review the paper to determine the extent of the plagiarism. Then, I'd consult the institution's academic integrity policy to understand the correct procedures. I'd meet with the student privately to discuss my findings and encourage them to understand the implications of plagiarism and the importance of original work. Finally, I would take appropriate action based on the university's guidelines.
Before we wrap up, remember you can get all 30 questions, example answers, and step-by-step tips in a handy PDF. Totally free. Just grab it below.